Hello, so this is section 2.8, number 26. So we have the question g to the t equals 1 over root t. So this question is already completed, so I'm just going to explain it to you step by step to make it easier. So the question involves that we have to find the derivative of this function. So we all know the derivative definition, which is f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So we apply the definition to the equation, which would become 1 over root t plus h minus 1 over root t over h. Now, we want to get rid of the fractions, so we want to multiply root t and by root t plus h over root t plus h, because whatever you multiply to the top, you're going to multiply to the bottom. So after you multiply root t and root t plus h, what you will have left is root t minus root t plus h over h root t plus h. Now, we want to multiply this by the same function, but with a positive sign here, so we can get rid of the square roots. So what you'll have is root t minus root t plus h, and root t plus h. And you multiply what you multiply to the top to the bottom again, which you'll get at the bottom h root t plus h times root t plus h. Now, if you multiply root t by root t, you'll have t, and negative and a positive, it becomes a negative. And root t plus h times root t plus h would just become t plus h. And the bottom would stay the same as before. Now what you'll have is t minus t, which is 0, so you won't write anything here. Negative and a positive, which becomes a negative, will become negative h over h, and the same thing as the bottom as before. Now what you'll have is negative h over h, and the other stuff, so you'll cross cancel the h's, as stated right here. Now at the top you'll have negative 1 over what you had before, which is root t plus h times root t plus h. So the second page, so this is what we had before, so this is right here. So then you would put h equal to 0, so you'll have negative 1 over root t times root t plus root t, because you applied h to 0. So then you'll have at the end negative 1 over t root t. Now the question also asks what the domain of the function is, and the derivative too. So you have to find the domain of the original function and the derivative function. And the answer is t has to be greater than 0. Why is that? Because the equation was root 1 over function root 1 over t. If the denominator equals 0, the function does not exist, so therefore the denominator has to be greater than 0, so t is greater than 0 in both cases.